I just spontaneously hopped on here because I have my saw running and thought maybe some of you want to join in and see what I'm cutting today. Okay. Next one I was a polyhedroid agate. It's probably difficult to read the comments though, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I can see them on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Probably. Did you just get a notification? I wonder if followers get a notification if I'm live.
I'm not sure.
Cute. Oh, I think there's a flashlight up there. Because near the camera it's like really dark. So I think maybe we can just take the flashlight. No, I think on the other side somewhere. Yep.
This?
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, real nice.
There you go, yeah.
Yep.
Do you want this?
Righty. Oh, I think this is just gonna be quartz or a druzy. Maybe it's a druzy though. I think it's a druzy. But I don't think it will have any agate banding because like the light is shining all the way through.
Yeah, it looks clear.
I think I'll cut it this way so I get a deep druzy in one half. And then the lid of the druzy. Any more comments?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah? Nice. Hope everyone's having a good day. it's mostly just filled with quartz, not even natural. See, the weakest one so far. But the shape is cool. Looks kind of like a door.
Oh wow. I love the shape.
Yeah.
Or like a tombstone.
Yeah, right, yeah. That's actually it, yeah.
That is cool.
It's a tombstone. Alright. Oh, that looks dark. I put that in here.
It needed a good wash.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a good one. Maybe.
You never know.
I like that I can see myself in your phone.
There's some more comments here, hey?
Nice. Hallo, hallo. Also der, den ich jetzt in der Säge drin habe, der sieht ziemlich dunkel aus. Also ich glaube, der hat auf jeden Fall schöne Hartwänderung.
White?
Yes.
Simo, what's your favorite song?
It has a crack, but I think it can be blue. Still in the sand.
Ashes to Ashes. It's good. Yeah.
Where are you from, Simo? So this polyhedroid agate, it looks actually really nice with the white druzy. But unfortunately it had a fracture here, so it cracked while it was cutting. I'm glad it didn't do any more damage. But I think I can probably get it glued back together, how it just fits naturally. And this the other half of it. So it is a pretty nice one. Just sad for the fracture.
Tragic. Simo's from Morocco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe we'll cut something from Morocco. Not yet.
I don't have anything lined up at the moment. Okay. Another poly it is.
Crossed work. Hi, Jose. Simo says, you guys are the best. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. That's so transparent.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be mostly quartz.
Wow. What happened?
It also had a fracture and cracked at the side of it. Very nice.
Still looks good. The other side? The one that...
Yeah, the other side cracked. Wow. That usually doesn't happen that often.
Man, but it happened twice in a row.
That also usually only happens like when there's like a weak part.
Hmm.
It's already like showing a fracture line or something. And that's happening more often than this. Oh. Three more polys and a couple more Malawis. Three more polys and a couple more Malawis. That's the most recent one. And here you can again see the other half fractured right here where it has like the weak link with the flow channel, and maybe also a fracture that's just difficult to see.
Malawi, yes. Okay, coming up.
But he
Coming
says
up.
that, or-
Yeah, he says that. Big Malawi fan.
For sure.
We all are. This one can't fracture. 3 in a row would just be...
Yeah, no. This one's not gonna fracture. Also, I'm gonna cut it differently.
Do you want to show it before you cut it?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So, here. This is what it looks like.
It's so fun to see the complete...
Yeah. So this one's like super thin on the ridge, so it would be difficult to get a grip on. And also, I'm not sure, maybe it would be a good cut. but I think I may just go for a cut like this, like next to where the chips are. So, I mean, on this side, there's still the thickest volume, so I will catch it anyways. And then just cut right next to here, and then once across that line. I think I may just do that.
Rip it. Yoshi Malawi forever. That's what Matt says.
He likes it a lot.
Yeah. Malawi wowies. Should we show them what we're choosing from? No?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know if you can see. There's a delay, huh? I don't know if anyone sees a good one, but they that they'd like to see cut. I don't know how you'd tell us which one, but there's quite a few to choose from.
I don't know, I think there's probably many good ones in here. Usually the darker ones are the ones that have more banding, but a lot of the banding is like really dark. Usually the lighter ones are the ones that have more quartz, but also a lot of these actually are druzy pieces. So we're just picking some randos to pick because I want to cut all of these anyway, one way or the other. I think we'll just do 2 more polys and then maybe like 2 or 3 more Malawis, so it's not getting too late.
You like what you see?
I don't see much of it. Hi, dude.
Oh wow. Super dark.
Yeah. But I like the flow channel that you can see just like heading here to the corner. Do you see where it's opening up?
Yeah.
So it's like going right from the center up here. So I think that's a pretty cool piece actually.
Nice shape.
Yeah. Perfect triangle.
Yeah, it's such a nice shape.
They just, the dark ones, they need so much light. cute little one. Yep. I think the last one's also going to be quartzy. It looks so bright in the light.
I'm gonna pop this out and show how you pop it in.
Cute. Alright, I'd say 2 more Malawis, and then that's it for today.
Just 2?
Maybe 3.
Okay. Malawi, Malawi, Malawi. Everyone loves the Malawis. How could you not? It's like candy. Sorry, it's my bad. Hi, Rocky Mountain Bear. Rocky Mountain Bear says, those are crazy looking Malawis. Are they from a different area? I have only seen the Malawi nodules. I haven't ever seen these triangular beauties. Those weren't Malawis. Those were polyhedroids.
Yeah, from Brazil.
From Brazil. Hi, Rocky Mountain Bear. Now we're on to the Malawis. Kyle from World of Rockhounds.
Oh, wow.
What's up, Kyle? What's up?
That's nice. Oh,
What do we got?
nice red. Oh, what a fraction. Still kind of pretty.
Kyle, how's it going in Oregon? Rocky Mountain Bear says, yeah, and I misunderstood thinking these were from Malawi. I was like, just a little confused. It's going well, thank you, says Kyle. How's it going for you both? How's it going, Josh?
For me, it's going great.
Yeah.
I was speechless.
I'm having a blast. We are having a rocking good time. Just cutting some Malawis. Kyle, I think your head would explode if you saw this pile of polys that need to be cut. We could use your help. Kyle says, I wish I could afford some of those polyhedroids.
Yeah. They're hard to get and pretty expensive nowadays.
I love those rarities. Yeah, they're definitely hard to find. We need to put our heads together and go find another new location that's untapped. There's got to be one. Rocky Mountain Bear says, do it, Kyle. You know you want to. We all want to. I think once people discover them, they quickly become a fan favorite.
Like polyhedroid?
Yeah.
Who's saying that? You?
I'm saying that. Maybe it's just my opinion. Yeah, so Kyle says, I got a new space to pay for. That's right, Kyle. How's your build going?
Yeah, so much about Kyle.
I know, Kyle's awesome. I'm not sure Kyle knows who he's talking to right now.
I don't think he does. I wanted to give a little hint.
What?
I wanted to give a little hint when I said your name.
Oh, I don't know if he could hear you.
Probably not.
Kyle says it is still in the permit process. Yeah, that is a pain. I hope it's going well. Let's see what's going on.
This will be a really nice one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cute!
Oh, my goodness.
I think we can also zoom in a little.
Yeah? I mean,
I mean, just like by using the
going
camera.
like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, much better.
Oh, it's like candy.
Yeah. That's a pretty one.
Wow, yeah.
And it's tiny. It's probably just like, it's probably not even an inch and a half. Probably like an inch and a quarter or something.
Yeah, you can see it in comparison to your finger. Yeah,
Just
nice
like a
color in
thumbnail.
that one. That's so hot. Was für ein Traum. Wow. Okay, and Deb Fisher wants to know, so many people cutting rocks in the other videos don't wear protective covering on their face. Can you comment about that? Why are you wearing this?
I just do it for health reasons because the saw blade it takes up some of the oil and it like spreads it in the air. So in order to not inhale all of the oil and get it into my lungs, I just wear the protective gear. But for people who are not cutting with oil but water instead, they may not, be in risk of their health getting the oil in their lungs. But since I'm cutting with an oil, I just want to be a little more protective.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good way. That is so cute.
What do you like about this one?
The colors. Like the orange, the bright blue, the yellow, the floater, the symmetry.
It's so complete.
Like everything, yeah.
Wow, the window too. The backside of that's amazing on the left. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Here's a peek at the inside. What's it look like before you're dropping it in?
I don't see much. I only see a bit of white banding and looks like there may be some quartz here. But a lot of these are actually floaters, just like we've seen with the last one. So I will cut in between those two white windows and hit the biggest volume right through the center here. Like right down here.
Deb Fisher wants to know, is there any advantage cutting with oil instead of water?
Yes, there is. The oil is much better lubricant. Like the water is like way too thin of a liquid, so it doesn't like really get in between the saw blade and the rock. So the cooling property is like way worse than with oil. Also because when cutting with water, it's more of a dry cut because the water can't really get in between the saw blade and the rock. So it takes a lot longer to cut them. It has much more wear on the saw blade and the agate because there's not like really much of a cooling going on. And yet, unless you have like a really slow running saw blade, and then the cut is going to take a lot longer. So you have a lot more wearage on your equipment, and the cut is going to be worse, and it's going to take longer. So oil is better in many different ways.
Oil for the win. Yeah. Okay. Do you have high hopes for this one?
I would say decently high.
Okay.
Not super high because I didn't see any colors despite the white and the quartz. So I mean, there's always some color that can pop out of nowhere, but most of the time, if there's windows, there should be some more color showing up. Some color.
Let's see. Ooh, it's nice in the light though.
But it has these weird holes in there, which I really don't like that much. Like this black area is just like some holes in the rock. Not a big fan of that. So we'd have to cut another one.
What a bummer. Here's some of the. And why are you putting them in sawdust?
Because it soaks up the oil. And every stone has to be clear of oil again before the polishing and the grinding. And this can be a really nice one. See that cute little one there? The orange. Oh, where did it go?
Let's see.
Oh.
Ooh, what the heck?
It only has this tiny little agate sample left. It has this kind of weird inclusion down there.
That was kind of deceiving.
Yeah. I mean, it has some nice parallax up there, but
Oh, there's parallax, huh?
yeah.
Can you see it on here? A little bit. You can see a little bit of play.
I just wish it had more of the agate banding.
Kyle says, such a neat saw.
Yeah.
It is. It's so cool.
For sure the best saw I've ever cut with.
Kyle, you're gonna need one of these for sure. 100% for your new space.
Where in Oregon does he live?
Kyle, you're in Corvallis, right? He says, yes, I'm in Corvallis. So Corvallis is, what, south of Portland? I think? A little bit? And the new space will be for live sales and display. The garage will revert to lapidary and fossil stuff. Kyle, that's amazing. It's gonna be so nice to have a dedicated space and separate your lapidary work so it doesn't get all, yeah. Josh has a similar setup. And yes, south of Portland and south of Salem. Have you been there?
I've been riding through Portland, but I didn't stay.
Okay.
Nice orange.
Whoa.
Yeah, those Malawi agates are pretty strong.
Yeah, Deb says, I just Googled to learn about oil and rock cutting. It
Yeah.
says you can use mineral oil or vegetable oil. Which do you use?
I use some type of mineral oil. It's actually it's a medicine-proof white oil, is what it's called. And actually this one. WX15.
And then she wants to know, does your machine filter and recycle the oil?
Yeah, so inside the saw you can see like there's different stages that just keeps like the most rough slick, or is slick a good word to use?
Yeah.
To slick out of there, so it doesn't like go down into the oil pumping system. And then there's another filtration station, and then another filter down here before it gets pumped up, so the oil is a lot cleaner when it gets back into the cycle. But I have to clean out the saw, I would say probably every 2 months. So I would say every 2,000 cut agates I'm cleaning the saw, just because of the saw and cutting dust is getting into the oil, and also just the rocks are dirty, so also just the natural dirt of the rocks gets caught into the cutting oil. And then I put them into,
Okay.
Then I put them like into these buckets, and then I drain the oil through the bucket and like a piece of towel or just like an old t-shirt or something, so all the mud gets caught into the tissue material, and then I can reuse the oil because it's all clean again.
Basically like a cheesecloth style.
Yeah, right. Just like that. And vegetable oil I'm not using, so it's like a special mineral oil, because vegetable oil will like dry out and get really sticky and make everything really, really nasty. Also the mineral oil is a little thinner than vegetable oil, I think. So it also slows down the cutting process a little, but I really just can't recommend cutting with vegetable oil.
Yeah, Kyle.
I have a friend who does it because he only has like a small setup and he cuts maybe like 100 rocks a year, but it's pretty messy.
Totally. Kyle says it gunks up everything.
Yeah.
He also says he uses paper bags to filter the oil.
Okay.
Have you tried that?
No.
Everyone has their own way.
Either way it works.
Totally. So what's going on?
Another little Malawi. It looks like it's going to be a floater.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to cut it right through there. There's another little window here, and a little more something going on here, but I think it's mostly like the brown carbonate section. Or maybe I'll just cut across here. I think I'll do that instead. Yeah. And I have so many of the little Malawi agates, and they cut so well. So sometimes I'm just like being creative with them.
Kyle says, also, where are my manners? What's your name, person behind the camera? Kyle.
You want to reveal it?
I don't know. Kyle, you definitely know who I am. This is Jess. MLLE Jess. It's a small world. He goes, what? I know, the secret's out. I know, I have some explaining to do. scared you're gonna cut your hand when you stick your hand in the glove.
Is
I know you aren't, but...
It's not sharp at all.
Oh, neat.
Little cutie.
Yeah, let's get some light on it. Ooh. What's the little red bit?
This is agate. Which area do you mean?
There's like a tiny little red.
Oh, I think it's just like another layer of agate behind it.
Okay.
So I think the other half will look entirely different because it will have less of. I think it may have none of the orange or yellow at all. Let's see. Oh yeah, way less.
What? Let's see. Ooh.
This is just a little bit of the orange.
I can't get the light on it. There we go. Oh, it's a cute pair, huh?
Yeah.
I know it's maybe not up to your standards.
No. But I can see people getting excited for it.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this one? I know, you guys. Kyle, it has been a while. And Rocky Mountain Bear, yeah. At least we know where you've been. That's what they said. Kyle says, right? For reals. Yeah, I have to fill you in on some things, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna be the last one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on here?
So I'm super excited for this window.
Oh, it's so cute, it's just a little peekaboo.
And it's got more windows right here. I don't like this area right here where it has like the brown stuff. So I think I try to keep more towards that side. So just probably like hit next to that window and stay next to that window. So probably just cut across here, next to there, and then somewhere probably right through the middle here and come back there. I think that's probably my best bet. Or maybe entirely to the right of that window. I just don't like this section here where it has like the brown stuff.
Rocky Mountain Bear says, I like it, it's okay, not the best I've seen, but it's a Malawi. The one you just cut.
Yeah. I think this can be a really good one. Potentially.
If you guys want to see any better angles on some stuff, let me know. I'm still pretty amateur as a camera person today. Oh my gosh, Kyle, the Agate King and the Thunder Egg Queen. Time to get some Thunder Eggs in that saw. You know what, Kyle? I gave Josh some Thunder Eggs. Have you cut them yet?
Yeah, no.
No, he hasn't. And he's told me that Thunder Eggs don't really excite him that much, which is kind of funny. I respect it. Deb Fisher says, you must have baby soft hands with all that mineral oil. Yeah?
I touch a lot of rocks, so I would say they're not that soft actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the amount of stones that you handle is absolutely insane. Rocky Mountain Bear, thank you. I am always open to suggestions, though. And Kyle, I totally agree. We have plans to visit Oregon. So, would love to link up. We'll definitely be cutting some Thunder Eggs at some point. I'm gonna make him. I just want to see them come out of this saw more than anything. Rocky Mountain Bear. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to stay out of his way too. We're in a little bit of a... We're basically in the cutting cave, you guys.
I think we're onto something good here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kyle says, one of the Thunder Eggs I got from you for giveaways, I ended up buying from someone because I hadn't seen it before. Oh, is that the one where we could not figure out what the heck the silver stuff was? Thank you, Deb. I really appreciate that. And Kyle, when I get back home, I would love to send you some Thunder Eggs. And I also have a little bit of a poly surprise for you that I want to send your way too, especially because we were having those issues. So if you would accept that as my peace offering, I would love to do that. Yes, that one. Did you ever figure out what that was, Kyle? This feels like mission control. Like you're launching rockets, not cutting stones. Peace offering accepted. I think you're gonna like it, Kyle. I'm excited to send you. You want to answer Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited for this one.
It has the potential to be the best one of the day.
All right, the moment of truth.
The moment of truth. Oh.
That's a good sound.
It's a little bit on the other side.
Oh, you like what you see?
I like what I see.
Okay.
Let's flip it over. No.
Oh my
what
God.
the hell?
That's an,
Wow.
that one's pretty special.
That is insane.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't think it would be fully banded. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That is
Okay, tell us what you see here.
like perfectly fully banded Malawi agate in a massive size. Like usually I cut a piece like this like maybe every few months or so. In this size and quality. I think it's probably the best Malawi agate I cut the entire year so far.
Wow. How many have you cut this year?
Oh, not that many, maybe 200.
Oh. Yeah, that's stunning. Let's see the other side.
Yeah, that's
I can't. I wait to answer the comments until the saw is off. So let's go back and see. Deb asks, "Should I be wearing a protective mask?" And then Kyle, yeah, you're right. I'm far enough away that I don't really need to.
So I would say when you're cutting with oil, it is definitely better to wear a protective mask, just so it doesn't you don't inhale the oil. Yeah, I'm sure it's better to wear a mask.
And Rocky Mountain Bear wants to know, you've tried acid, right? I wonder if we used a more basic solution. Have you tried acid?
On what?
I don't know. Rocky Mountain Bear, could you? Oh, I think maybe they were talking to Kyle.
About the Thunderate core removal.
Oh, yeah. I have not. I need to refill my acid bucket, Kyle says.
But I don't think acid would attack the rhyolite that surrounds it. Maybe it depends on the kind of acid, but I don't think it would be aggressive enough to.
Maybe we do an experiment. I will.
Let's try the flashlight again.
Malawi wowie. I know that that's a nod to something green. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see it in the light
And
here.
maybe zoom in a little too.
This is a good one, you guys.
Like I thought it would probably have a lot of this brown stuff, the carbonate, because a lot of these Malawi agates have it, but this is just
Oh my
fully
gosh.
painted. Like,
Let me
what
get the.
hell?
Oh wow, that's
I'm gonna
stunning.
do it like that.
Oof.
That's just crazy. And it's huge for a Malawi. Like this is like 2.5 inches. So this is the Malawi XL that I just got on the market. I just started offering it for the first time in Tucson. So this is just like a lot bigger than the regular Malawi, but I also sell it like multiple times of that.
Kyle wants to know, is rocks and YouTube your full-time gig, or do you work a normie job to pay for your hobby?
Well,
Oh man.
my thing has been growing pretty big over the last 2 years, and I have a store, I have an online business, and currently 5 employees, but it's only agates. I don't do anything else. So I do a lot of retail, but I also do a lot of wholesaling to supply all the big US dealers. So any Malawi agate that you've cut actually originally came from me, because I supply all the material to the markets.
Rocky Mountain Bear is trying to figure out how to dissolve the matrix off of Thunder Eggs. So yeah, Matt, the quality is pretty amazing. Kyle says, "Oh dang, that's awesome." Yeah,
I enjoy it.
there's a rock kingdom behind the scenes going on over here.
For sure.
Kyle, you got to come to Germany sometime, man. Josh will show you around.
I will, when I'm still here and not over in the States.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, I would say...
I want to keep going. It's so hard to stop doing them.
I haven't packed anything.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Kyle, get that passport. Oh, you did. You did get a passport. Nice. Okay. And then someone says, from geological view, the rhyolite and the agate inside are plus or minus the same material. There is no chemical way to separate them chemically.
I think so, yeah.
Well.
But I mean, also the agate itself is a lot harder than the rhyolite. So if you just like take a micro chisel, like an electronic chisel, and just like prep yourself into the rock, like fossil preparation is done, for example, I think this way you could probably do it. Because the agate, like that's all with all kind of host rock, like agate forms in any kind of host rock, and wherever a mine, the agate is the hardest and most solid part crystal structure wise, while the rhyolite or any other host rock is some sort of kind of brittle. So if you have like a way to like softly chisel it off, or like an electronic way to prep it, then I'm sure you could get those cores out of there, just like physically.
Yeah, and Kyle says he's tried to freeze and thaw them to separate the rhyolite caps. That's interesting. So, do you want to recap anything?
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Or just maybe tell us what's going on over here?
So this is like all of what's in here. I already covered some of them with like the sawdust, but that's all of what I've been cutting like in the last, I would say, 1.5 hours or so. So my saw is running pretty quickly. I mean, we've only been live for like just over an hour. But yeah, that's all what I've been cutting, and I just put them in here so they already like soak off the oil, so I can bring them to my polisher soon to get them polished. I currently actually have 4 different polishers that are working for me. Like I have a production of about 10,000, or probably like meanwhile like 15,000 agates that I'm getting polished every year. So there's a lot of material that we're going through.
Rocky Mountain Bear says that's really cool. I have a couple pounds of Malawis left. That probably came from you.
I'm sure they did. One way or the other, for sure. Yeah, and some more polys that we cut today in this box. And this is something I cut last week.
And Kyle wants to know, do you teach your lapidarists?
I don't really like give any physical classes, but I know that a lot of people learn from the YouTube videos I'm doing and explaining on how I'm cutting the rocks. So I would consider that maybe some sort of teaching. And I'm planning on bringing this saw that I'm cutting with to the US market in the next year or two.
The
And
Stone Master.
yeah. And maybe there will be like a program when whoever buys the saw, that will get like an introduction with me on how to work with the saw. So that will also like be a teaching for the saw, but also like specifically on how I cut my rocks. But also I made like a list for my employees on what they need to look out for when they're cutting. And I have on my YouTube channel a video that's called on how to achieve the best results cutting agates. And below that video I have like written down all the different points on what I'm usually watching for when I cut the rocks.
I think everyone's gonna be pumped when the saw is available finally.
Yeah.
We've all had a crush on it.
Yeah, I love it.
And let's see. Oh, Deb, that's really nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. J&V Rock Hounding says hi.
Hi.
J&V, your flathead videos have, or dry head? Dry head. I always say flathead. Dry head.
Flathead is the cherries.
Yeah, I get the cherries mixed up with the rocks in Montana. Those have been great, and your choice of music is phenomenal. Let's see. Any other questions before we wrap up? It's almost 8 p.m. over here. We're just kind of wrapping up our day as you guys are starting yours over there. J&V says, thank you. Still so bright in the window. Yeah, the sun stays up pretty long here compared to...
Sunset was just maybe like 5 minutes ago, so it's just like dusk.
Yeah. Jan says, danke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bitte.
Who, John? Or who said that?
Jens?
Oh, Jens. Oh, cool. Jens, dass du zuschaust.
And then someone else is talking about freezing will cause, Throndagor says freezing will cause damage and fractures to the agates as well. Best way to remove is nature itself.
Yeah, just wait a couple million years.
Yeah, I wonder how things will be in a few million years. JNV says, I will have to go back and watch what I missed. You missed a lot. We cut some polys and a few.
Malawis. I think just polys and Malawis.
Yeah.
I cut some Swazi agates before, but I don't think they were in camera. I think it was just polys and Malawi. But the last one was the best one for sure.
Yeah. And if there's anything you want to see Josh cut next time, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Kyle says, thank you, Josh and Jess. Nice to catch you both live. Lovely agates.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Jesse, I go by anything. Call me anything. It's okay, Kyle. Yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate you being a good sport about my awful camera ship.
I think you did great.
Hey, we can only get better from here. Oh, I love that idea, Rocky Mountain Bear. Maybe throw the thunder eggs in a water fountain. All right. So, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you have a great day. And I'll catch you soon again.
You want to end it? I'm not really sure how.
I think it is.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
I don't even know. Maybe there.